All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Heat number 1 from South Boston. Byron Gay and John Brancaccio have the front row. Dean Buck, Kirk Stankiewicz on the second row. Brad Ronning, John Barry have the third row. Timmy Martin, David Lux on the fourth. Harley Barletta and points leader Riley Duncan round out the field for Heat 1. Kenny Storkson has arrived, and there is no beer left in the at the snack bar, folks. Sorry about that. We tried to restock extra this week, but plans did not work. Alright, here we go for Heat 1. Pace car about to drop in the middle of 3 and 4. Byron Gay, John Brancaccio out front. Here we go. Green flag is in the air. Heat 1 is underway at Sobo. So far, so good. Byron Gay out front. Dean Buck on the attack underneath for second place. Stacked up side by side through most of the field. Everybody giving a little bit of extra room here tonight. Dean Buck on the attack for the lead. Looked like Brad Ronning got a little squirrely. Ronning is sideways. He manages to keep it out of pit lane, but lost a lot of ground as Dean Buck has taken the lead. Harley Barletta now up into fourth. Riley Duncan, the points leader, in fifth. Whoa! Big wreck in turn 2. Dean Buck set the fastest lap last time by. But Harley Barletta is on the move, now up into third, and the first car under the 16-second mark as Timmy Martin and John Brancaccio both towed to pit road. Dean Buck comes down, gets 2 to go. Still has Byron Gay right on the bumper. Barletta closing in. Riley not far behind. Whoa, a little bump into 3. Barletta tried to go low. Chaos at the front. And Riley Duncan somehow manages to scoot through. And wow, what a finish to Heat 1. Riley Duncan will win Heat 1. If that heat is any indication of the racing we'll have in the future, things are about to get a bit crazy. All right, folks, here we go. Heat number 2, Brian Hewitt and Justin Schultz are on the front row. Zachary Price, Vern Spring on the second row. David Lux and Paul Soda Jr. on the third row. Andrew Thornton, Brandon Kiger on the fourth row. Edmund Jones rounds out the field. All the drivers stacking up, ready for the start. We saw a wild Heat 1. What will Heat 2 look like? As always, if you have a favorite driver in the field, don't forget to drop in the comments. Let us know who you're cheering for. Hey, good evening, Matika. Pace car is in. Green flag in the air for Heat 2. Hewitt quickly clears into the lead. Price and Schultz battle for second. Zachary Price quickly shoots into second. They're trying to get 3 wide mid-pack. Oh, and a lot of bumping on the front stretch. David Lux and Justin Schultz in the outside wall. Meanwhile, Hewitt out front, Price in second, Andrew Thornton in third. Vern Spring now in fourth, Edmund up into fifth. Hey, good evening, Jason. Andrew Thornton now battling for second. Looks like he's going to take it quickly. Vern Spring may have done a little door banging on Price. Vern now up into third. Price dropping back quickly. Edmund Jones now moves up into third. Meanwhile, Hewitt trying to hold on up front. Oh, he gets a big bump from Thornton, goes around. Edmund Jones sneaks by to take the lead. And a lot of banging going on behind. I do believe we're going to end up with a very bumpy feature here tonight. Andrew Thornton has gone to pit road as a white flag flies. One more time around for Heat 2. And here they come out of turn 4. Edmund Jones wins Heat 2. Brandon Keiger comes home in second and Paul Jr. in third. What a wild couple of heats we have seen. This feature is going to get rough. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The first feature of the night, Richie Joplin and Zachary Meade on the front row, Riley Duncan, Edmund Jones on the second row, Harley Barletta and Brandon Keiger on the third row, John Berry and Paul Jr. on the fourth, Kirk Stankiewicz and Vern Spring rounding out the top 10. Byron Gay starts in 11 next to Zachary Price in 12th. Dean Buck in 13th, Brian Hewitt in 14th, Brad Roning in 15th, David Lux in 16th, Timmy Martin in 17th, Justin Schultz in 18th, John Branconcio in 19th, Andrew Thornton rounds out the top 20, David Lux starts in 21st. All right, here they come, stacked up behind the pace car. A lot of green on track for St. Patrick's Day. All the drivers with green on the car do get a bonus point here tonight. Here we come out of turn 2, down the back straightaway. The pace car will drop in 3 and 4. And I think we'll see things get bumpy very, very quickly here tonight. Here we go. Pace car is in. Green flag is in the air. The feature is underway at South Boston. Richie to the lead quickly. A lot of movement back behind. Riley Duncan already moves up into second place. A little bit more patience being... Oh, never mind. John Barry is in trouble. Multiple cars around on the backstretch. Caution is out. I reckon that's what I get for saying that I was seeing some patience. All the patience went away quickly. They tried to get 3 wide briefly. Vern Spring back behind John Barry. Wow, multiple cars end up hard in the wall. And we talked about it during pre-race. Once it goes wrong here. Taking a look from the blimp. Once it goes wrong here, the track fills up quickly. And there is nowhere to go. One car managed to shoot the gap. Everybody else gets stuck. John Brancaccio did end up having to tow it to pit road. He is the only one. Several drivers in for repairs. Jay Sullivan cheering on Schultz and Price tonight. Schultz up 7 spots already into 11th. He was, I believe, the car that shot through the gap. Zachary Price is now back off pit road in 17th. Jason Coleman picks Andrew Thornton as they go back to green. Thornton got a lot of work to do as Richie Joplin battles with Riley Duncan. Riley on the high side. Harley Barletta lurking right behind. It's a drag race down the straightaway. The Highline has the momentum out of the turn. Richie on the bottom can get a little bit deeper into the turn. They come off the turn even, and it's just a drag race. Brandon Keiger just set the fastest lap of the feature so far, and we've got 3 wide racing back behind. They backed out of it. Probably a wise move. It's a little bit early for these guys to be going 3 wide here. Richie has the nose at the top 5 have a little bit. Caution is out. Trying to see what the caution came out for. Byron Gay looks like he was involved. Let's see if we can see what happened with Byron. Here they are, side. Oh, way out of shape, got hit. Again, another car losing just body panels flying everywhere, and Byron cannot turn the car. That car is broke. Richie Joplin still out front, followed by Riley Duncan, Harley Barletta, Brandon Kiger, and Zachary Mead. David Lux, Paul Jr., Joe Lux, Edmund Jones, and Justin Schultz now have the top 10. David Lux has managed to come through a lot so far. Biggest mover so far, up 15 spots into 6th. As the lights are out on the pace car, they begin to stack back up for the restart. Here we go, pace car is in, green flag is back in the air. The top 2 look like they were trying to pass the pace car coming out of 4. Riley doing everything he can to get ahead here. John Berry out of the race over 8 minutes of repairs on the, oh, Richie pushes up. Richie gets sideways. A stack up Barletta gets him caution. Wow. We talk about it. We talked about it earlier, and we talk about it every time we come here. If something goes wrong, the track will fill up quickly with nowhere to go. There's Richie off of the turn. He pushes up into Riley, tries to save it, gets down. Harley gets into him, then everybody checking up. I did see at least one car on their lid. Yep. Oh, he did end up landing on all 4, but there you see, this track is tiny. Once something goes wrong, it fills the track and leaves the driver with nowhere to go. Hey, good evening, Oz. They actually have the lights on, just they don't have them turned all the way up yet. It's great to see you, Oz. How you been, buddy? All right, everybody stacking back up for the restart. Pace car is in. Green flag back in the air. Riley to the lead quickly with Brandon Kiger in second. The battle is on for third. Harley trying to hold on despite missing that front clip. But David Lux on the high side. And Lux clears into third. Paul Jr. now up into 6th, closing the gap on Zachary Mead. Mead currently in 5th. Chance Matter cheering on Mead. Why are you not out here, Chance? Andrew Thornton is now up 12 spots into 8th. Stuck back in traffic, but making his way to the front. Riley still has the lead. Brandon right on his bumper, then a bit of a gap. Back to David Lux. Barletta's around. Harley manages to save it, but he has lost a lot of positions. I have a feeling a lot of teams will be rebuilding the shells tomorrow. These cars not going to survive all night. David Lutz in 3rd, about 1.25 seconds back. Zachary Mead now into 4th. Edmund Jones up to 5th. Chance, you should have been updating last week and this week. Andrew Thornton now up 14 spots into 6th. Brian Hewitt in 7th. Brad Roning in 8th. Harley Barletta still in the fight in 9th. Vern Spring in 10th. Oh, looks like Vern may have gotten a little bit of a tap there from Paul. Paul drives it deep into the turn and is going to take the spot. $18 laps to go. Riley Duncan unable to build up any kind of significant lead on Brandon. David Lux in 3rd, holding on, can't seem to close that gap. He's got Zachary Mead all over the bumper. Edmund Jones is closing in. Now Andrew Thornton clear of traffic. Thornton starting to close the gap. Brian Hewitt, despite getting caught up in that big incident a few laps ago, currently holds on to 7th, trying to fight his way back. A bit of chaos back behind Paul Jr. around. And the caution is out. Let's see if we can see what happened with Paul. There's Paul on the, just gets a little bit of a tap, looks like from Richie. Looking down from the blimp, and you see Richie just pushes out, just barely clips him, but it's enough to send him around to the inside wall. Looks like Paul Jr. is pulled over at the bottom of the track. Justin Schultz has made his way up 7 spots now into 11, just outside the top 10. Timmy Martin out 5 spots into 12th. Joe Lux up 3 spots into 13th. Lights are out on the pace car. And here we go. Pace car dives in. Green flag back in the air. It'll be 10 to go at the line. Riley clears traffic down the back straightaway, has the lead. David Lux trying to take second from Kaiser. Meanwhile, Edmund Jones slips past Zachary Meade now into 4th. Andrew Thornton in 6th, right up there on their bumper. He's got Hewitt and Barletta with him. And while they battle back behind, Riley opening up a gap as Lux almost took second. Oh, little contact out of 2. It benefits Lux. He goes into second. It's getting a little bumpy up here at the front, and Riley Duncan is just driving away. But Brandon Kaiser has not given up. He has fought back and taken second contact. Oh, Kaiser hard into the wall. Caution is out with 5 to go. That was one heck of a hit for Brandon. There's Kaiser off of the turn. He finally secures second. And just a little bit of a tap. He gets sideways, and a bigger hit sends him out to the wall. Taking a look down from the blimp, there's a lot of bumping going on. Ouch. Brandon was really in the fight. That's a heartbreak. The other driver that did not want to see this caution, Riley Duncan, he had checked out. David Lux accepted responsibility for the caution, dropped to the tail end. It'll be Riley Duncan and Edmund Jones up front as we get ready to go back to green. Pace car is in. Here they come. Green flag back in the air. 2 laps to go at South Boston. And how bumpy will this get? Riley pulls to the lead. Edmund Jones in second. Andrew Thornton now up to third. White flag flies one more time around. Edmund on the bumper. Will he use the chrome horn? They go off into 3 and 4. He gives him a tap. It will not be enough. Riley Duncan wins again at Sobo. Edmund Jones coming home in second. Andrew Thornton pulls off third. And man, if that's what we saw in the street stocks, you can only imagine what it'll look like when the tour mods take to the track in just a few moments. Let's see if we can talk to our top three, starting with Andrew Thornton.
Broadcast.
Andrew, that was definitely an eventful night.
Yeah, I would say so.
You started in 20th, and the biggest mover of the night, you come up 17 spots to come home on the podium.
Well, that don't happen real often, does it?
No, not often at all, really. It has to have been the St. Patrick's thing. You're lucky and you're wearing a 4-leaf clover.
Something like, I don't know, maybe something to have to do with the tooth I had to have extracted today, and the Novocaine ain't worn off yet.
That could be it, man. Still an awesome run. You avoided the worst of the chaos to come home on the podium.
Well, I got in that first one pretty bad. I thought that was going to be the race, but just played the patience game and got a couple of good restarts and picked off a spot here or there that I really needed, and ended up working out for me there in the end.
Definitely did. One heck of a run tonight, man. Congratulations.
Thanks, Doug. We'll see you in a couple of weeks in Enid.
Definitely. Edmund Jones coming home in second. Edmund, you can't deny you tried to use the bumper just a little bit on that last couple laps. We all saw it.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. I mean, it's street stocks. That's just how this goes. If I would have been a little bit more squared up with him on that last lap, he probably would have got sent a lot harder. But I got the left rear and I backed off to let him catch it because I'm not in this to hook a guy. I'm in it to win, and I want to sit there and tap it, but I ain't gonna hook him and ruin his race because he drove a hell of a race.
I definitely did, but you still come home in second. You managed to avoid the worst of the chaos tonight, and that seems to have been the deciding factor.
Yeah, especially at a track like South Boston. I mean, there's nowhere to hide.
No.
And we've seen a couple pileups tonight. Unfortunately, I believe I was one of the causes of them, but it is what it is, and, we made it through.
Well, great job, buddy. Congrats.
Hey, thanks, Doug.
And finally, our winner, and still the points leader, extending his points lead here, Riley Duncan. Riley, you're back in victory lane. You extend your points lead. Really good night.
Yes, I am. I have no complaints, man. This car felt, honestly, Austin and them at the setup shop, they did a wicked good job. This car felt like it was on rails tonight. You could run the top, could run the bottom, didn't matter where it was. It was sticking and it was rolling.
And I have to say, it's a huge points night for you because coming in tonight, Richie Joplin, David Lux, Brian Hewitt, Harley Barletta were all right behind you in points. That was the top 5, and all of them having problems, all of them going backwards late. I mean, your points lead is about to get substantially bigger.
I just praying that the next few weeks go good for me, and we'll see where I end up being on the last race. Hopefully in the front.
Hopefully so, man. It was one heck of a run, one heck of a job holding on to the lead. Great job. Congrats.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Riley Duncan gets the win, but folks, don't go anywhere. We ain't done yet. We have got more racing to come from South Boston as they put the street stocks up, unload the tour mods, and go at it again here in just a few moments. Stick around, everybody. More racing to come.